Maestro of the JSO, Matt Aubin. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Bart. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
All excited for kicking off the 75th season?
Yeah. I mean, isn't that amazing how far the organization's come and the great staying power of, some folks essentially got together 75 years ago, 1949, and decided to form an orchestra, and here we are.
Pretty amazing, and really when you consider in the last 10 years the number of communities bigger than ours that lost their symphonies.
Right. Yeah, and not only have we survived, but we've grown. Our budget's now bigger because we're doing a lot more, serving more kids with the music school, doing other types of programming, whether that's music on tap or sensory-friendly concerts or even this new Concert Aglow. We're really trying to serve all of our community.
We were at the last Music on Tap for Salsa Night, and it was a full house, and it was awesome. It was a great show.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, both in terms of audience and band, and I was just blown away. I think it was one of the most enjoyable Music on Taps for me. I loved the music, and it was so cool to see so many new people in the house and so many people dancing.
Yeah.
I ran into a couple on their way out and said, "Oh, you guys look great on the dance floor." And they said, "Yeah, we're from Ann Arbor, and sometimes we go to New York City, but the clubs there are so small, and this was great. You had a lot of space to dance. We just love dancing, and so we saw this on social media and decided to give it a try." So
awesome.
Yeah.
80 people took the salsa class before the concert.
Right. And I think we had close to 200 people in the venue for the actual event, so it was fantastic.
Nice. All right, so the next thing is the big thing, the opening concert of the season.
Yeah, opening night. So 75th season, we're celebrating different birthdays.
I think, should people rent a tuxedo for this 75th, or will it just you?
You could, but I have to also say that we have to remember that the symphony, I think, sometimes gets this reputation of being hoity-toity, and we have plenty of people that are in plaid flannels and jeans at our concerts, and that's totally okay. We just want folks to come and enjoy the music. It's the 100th anniversary of this piece by George Gershwin, Rhapsody in Blue, which I like to tell people, if you've ever ridden on United Airlines, you've heard it before. It's their theme music. It starts out with a big clarinet solo, and we've got Marika Bornacki, who's soloed with us a couple of times. She's coming back to play it.
I love the song, and it's pretty long. It's like a half hour long, isn't it?
Not even. It's only 17 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, because of that, because it's kind of on the shorter side, it's sometimes a little bit of a challenge, like what do you put with it? And so on the second half, we'll open the second half with Duke Ellington's Black, Brown, Beige. And this is a piece that the Duke wrote in 1943 as kind of a first foray into, more of like opera, like jazz opera, trying to tell a story. And later on, it was orchestrated for full orchestra. So it actually includes saxophone parts, drum set, jazz bass. So it's really making the orchestra sound like a jazz band. And the whole idea of Black, Brown, Beige is to really describe the Black experience in America from slavery up to like the Harlem Renaissance. And so this was Duke Ellington's way of doing that through music.
Awesome. And the Rhapsody in Blue, that was from the jazz era too.
It was 100 years ago, 1924, when it was premiered. It was I think the concert was titled "An Experiment in Jazz," and you had such luminaries as Igor Stravinsky and John Philip Sousa in the audience for the premiere. Gershwin wrote this super fast. Wrote it on the train, wrote it in his spare time, and then played the piano part himself.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. And because you love the French, you're gonna have some French influence.
I do, yeah. I've got some French music. We've got Debussy's Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun, which has a very famous flute solo. And what I would say is it's probably one of Debussy's most famous pieces. And is composed in this language that we say is musical impressionism. So if you like the paintings of Claude Monet, think about that in terms of music. It creates an atmosphere, and it's based on a Stéphane Mallarmé poem of the same name. And then we have a brand new world premiere of a saxophone concerto, saxophone quartet concerto named A Dream for Artemis. And this is a celebration of space exploration from Apollo to the new Artemis mission. And so we've got these performers from France, the composer from France, all coming to celebrate. And then those same saxophone players will play the parts in the orchestra in the second half.
Wow. So are these the guys on the poster?
Yeah, they're called Quatuor Ellipsos, and they're actually celebrating 20 years together. And this piece was written for their birthday. So lots of birthdays. You know, we got Rhapsody in Blue, the JSO, the quartet itself, and what's kind of a neat fact about this is that we're doing the premiere, but then a French orchestra is going to record it after we play it, and they're going to record it onto a disc, and the disc is going to be sent up in 2027 on the Artemis mission.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, into space.
Well, you see 4 different saxophones. Apparently, there's quite a few. We saw a really long saxophone at the salsa night.
Yeah, so you're going to hear soprano, alto, tenor, bass. When Adolphe Sax invented the saxophone in the mid-19th century, his idea was to create this series of instruments that could emulate the human voice. And so it's very much like a vocal group. You have what we say SATB, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, or baritone in this case. And each of these guys is a specialist. And these guys perform with a lot of flair. I've seen them perform live. They're great showmen. And I think that's part of the charm of having them. I got to work with them a couple of times already. And then if I have time, I want to say one other thing, which is that we're opening the concert with Bruce Brown's Skyward. And Bruce has done 30 years as our composer in residence, our leader of our pre-concert talks, writing our program notes. And he let me know at the end of last season that he'd be retiring from all of that. So I thought it'd be a nice send-off to reprise one of his pieces.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Spring Arbor's own.
Yeah.
All right, we do have 2 more things I want to mention.
All right.
One is the pre-concert talk.
Right.
And that is...
So that's going to be at 6:30. And instead of Bruce leading it this time, now I'll be leading these. And what we'll probably do is it'll be a little bit of me talking about the music like I'm talking with you, but I'll also be bringing out some of the performers and having some conversations with them about what they like about the music, what they feel like the audience should listen for. So that's at 6:30 to 7. If you're not sure what you're going to hear, that's a great way to get a quick little education.
And then after the concert, there's an after party.
There's an after party, yeah, at the country club, and some folks qualify for these after party invitations just based on their donor level, but we also have an option where people can just buy their ticket, and this is a great way for folks to meet the performers afterwards, talk to them, meet some of the musicians, talk to me, and we really want to hear feedback of what people like and even what they don't like.
Awesome. Well, all the details, all the tickets, everything are on the Jackson Symphony website. And students, it's really cheap.
$5 student tickets.
Wow.
Yeah. And no one's checking either,
Yeah. Yeah, like you can buy from the Apple store. You can go to the Apple store for education, and who knows?
Who knows? That's right. I knew you were you had a scheme,
right. I admit. Why not? We're in the education business, aren't we, Matt?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you. I'm looking forward to the concert. Hope to see you there this Saturday night at Jackson College. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Bart.
Music director of the JSO, Matt Aubin. Well, we have something new that's being